Dublin city. It's autumn. The light rail system serving the metropolis and some of its environs trundles on safely and efficiently. Folk go about their business, alighting on and exiting the Luas carriages at the various convenient stops. Comfort, speed and reliability, but this city Dublin predates all modern means of transport. The city is as much a place where the past lives on, through memories, stories, and ballads sung in pubs, as the present mundane activities seen here in these images. And it is when night falls that things can become quite different on the Luas. And it is at a construction site such as is shown here in the north inner city of Dublin that a chance discovery was made some weeks back of a phone that contained interesting footage. Let's first hear an eyewitness account.
Shenanigans, that surname, it's not a name that I've come across before.
It goes back a long, long time. A long, long time. Mustard.
Would you proceed to tell us what you experienced?
Last night,
Yes.
at 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
on the Luas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was getting off, and this ghostly man, he's like spectral ghostliness, and he stretched out his hand just as I was getting off. And there's all smoke around his head, and I thought he was going to grab me, and I got off just in time. Nobody believes me.
And Miss Shenanigans, I do have to ask you this question. 9 at night, was it coming out from town you were? You hadn't been at any sort of festivities, all right? No. Great. And, but, see,
My dog.
yeah, it's a lovely dog. Was that dog with you? No.
I wish she was.
Yeah.
She missed out.
She would have warded off the. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Yes, very, thank you.
Go on. Give us a few bob there. Few bob for some. Go on. A few bob.
Dr. Leonora Luperson, Professor of Urban Myths and Social Culture at the Ivory Tower Institute, Massachusetts, has been viewing all this matter.
Halloween provides a particularly fertile ground in which urban myths can be born and thrive. Many people, particularly the young, are almost primed to expect something that can loosely be described as spooky to occur around Halloween. After all, along with the centuries-old traditions associated with late autumn/early winter, the social space around Halloween has become practically clogged with easily acquired objects representative of ghouls, spirits, mischievous little elves, and so forth. And of course, many kids go for what one might describe as an immersive experience, attiring themselves in strange clothes and donning masks, and quite often, visiting neighboring houses, engaging in what we term here in the United States as trick-and-treating. The rational scientific approach that I and many colleagues use doesn't allow for the subjective, unmeasurable experience one will see recounted often with great conviction in online posts/videos about the quote supernatural unquote. The specifics of what you have asked me to comment on, the supposed appearance of some ghoulish-like figure in trams of the Dublin's light rail system, the Luas. I find it striking these reports have all emerged in the week leading up to Halloween or the few days after. The behavior of the supposed ghoulish figure, begging for some small change to buy beer or cigarettes, is consistent, unfortunately, with the experience of many who use public transport systems worldwide. The poor and marginalized often use the confined spaces of train or tram carriages to prevail upon other passengers for some loose change or other small thing. The only added feature here, the supposed ghoulish appearance of the individual who is begging, most likely can be accounted for by the person having donned a mask or applied makeup. We are talking of Halloween after all. Yes, well, on the supposed sighting of smoke on either side of the figure, that strikes me as likely just vape or other easily conjured up smoky particulate. And of course we are talking of Dublin, aren't we? I can imagine late-night commuters might not exactly be all completely sober. So to sum up, these reports all scream, no pun intended, urban myth, urban myth, urban myth. Urban myth, urban myth, urban myth, urban myth.
Go on. Give us a few bob there. Few bob for some. Go on, a few bob.